Well, most of us are well into self-isolation. We're trying to be strong, but I sense that subconsciously we're weary, we're worried. People tell me that they feel tired despite not having to go out. Perhaps that's because our minds are in overdrive. We're weighing up conflicting news, fearing the slightest tickle, and so much more. So many are asking, what is it that Hashem Kaviyuchel the Eibishter wants from us at this time? Which Havara has caused such havoc throughout the whole entirety of the world? My humble opinion, no one can point the finger and say, "Oh, that one, that's the Corona Avira." Instead, I'm going to ask everyone to share with me a few moments, and let's learn together this week's Parsha. I remember taking my little boy when he was a child, 5 years old, to go learn Chumash for the very first time in the Cheder. And all the children would get up and scream out, Vayikra, der Eibishter hat uns geriefen. Vayikra, Hashem called out to Moshe. And with such breath, that was the beginning of their learning of Torah. And the Parsha speaks of sacrifice. We have to give of ourselves to receive a greater understanding of the love that's given to us. So let's look at that word Vayikra. Chazal explained to us that this is an expression of love that was unique from between the Kaviyuchel the Eibishter and Moshe Rabbeinu. However, the last letter of the word Vayikra is an Aleph, which is the first letter of the alphabet. And it's written in a small case, something that you don't see anywhere else. So Chazal tell us many different reasons why that small case letter, but we understand it to be that it was showing the humility of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu was a bit ashamed. The Eibishter rief them. Gewollt halten klein, so he put the Aleph a bit smaller. He didn't want the whole world to see how close he was to the Eibishter. But perhaps there's another aspect to this. We're all seeking the why and wherefore of this current challenge. We want to fix things. We want to go back to normality, whatever that means. So we're looking to do, what can I fix? How can I do tshuva? Maybe, just maybe, we have to do tshuva on the small aleph lach, the small little things that each individual does that is not perfect. It's not, there's these little things that we always, these, in Yiddish heißt this, we call it the avarelach, come to shul late, or talk by davening, or perhaps not learning as much as one should, or being careful with brachas, or ben odom lachaver, not saying good Shabbos to people when you walk in the street. It's these little aleph, the little teeny little the small points. Those little small points that we never get to grips with. And I think perhaps as we face to hear the Vayikra that the Eibishter is calling us, we have to figure out how to fix the small stuff that we never really think about usually. We're at home now. Maybe we have more time, hopefully, to face the truth of our own needs, our own little things that we've allowed to pass. That laughing at somebody, making a joke on the other person's cheshbon. Well, now you got no one to talk to. Hashem is calling out to us with His love. So we now have to fix that small olive that rests on our back all the time, just nudging away. Tell you, Maisa, everyone has heard from the great tzaddik, the Heilige Wurke Rebbe. The Wurke Rebbe, they said in Poland that he was the Badichever Rebbe of Poland. Compassion, sweetness, the Heilige Wurke Rebbe. Yidige came in sometime. One time a Jew came to him. He said, Rebbe, I'm not a big chassid, but my wife asked me to come to you. I need a brocha. I have a child at home. Child's not well. The doctors have given up all hope. Give me a brocha, Rebbe. Let my son be healthy. And the Wurke hat sich raufgekickt. Sorry. I don't see any way out of this. I don't see the gates are closed. I can't help you. I can't help you. And the fellow said, look, I understand. I came because my wife told me to come. I understand. And the guy, the Yid got the house, he leaves the house from the Heilige Wurke. And he goes, makes his way to the coach which took him so he could go back home. All of a sudden he looks, and behind him he sees the Wurke Rebbe is running in the streets to his coach. And warf sich mit den Stecken, wait. So this Yid is sitting in this coach. Yeah. Wurke Rebbe crumbs into the wagon. He says, Rabbi, you have to be moichel me. No, I understand. You couldn't see. You didn't give up. I get it. It's all right. I understand. No, I know I couldn't give you a brocha. I understand. Finish this man. But I should cry with you. I sent you away. I didn't even shed a tear for your pain. Let's cry together. And so geweint. And that Jew went back home to find his son at the front door waiting for him, fully, completely recovered. Sweet Jews, that we don't know exactly what's going on. We have no idea the enormity of what's happening. But we could care for each other. I heard one time a master from zwei Yidden in Mechuma. They were standing in a ditch in one of the work camps, and they felt they were the last ones. They were just working and digging and doing. One turns to the other and says, my dear friend, Briderleben, my dear friend, we don't have any mitzvahs. They took away our tzitzis. They took away our Shabbos. They took away our beards. Everything they've taken away from us. But I have a mitzvah to love you, and you have a mitzvah to love me. So let's work on that love for each other. We can get out of this place. And I know that they got through it. Because they ended up learning, sitting in Eretz Yisrael. And they built a family. They had nachas. Let's put away the little olives in our lives. Let's care about each other. Let's just get out of our case and look into the other hearts. We have a mitzvah, let's love each other. And dem Zeche helfen. Daarom zou ik met water redden. Just leave you with a brocha. Brocha's hedget. Who am I to give brochas? Zo met aangezind. Man geeft zou zich aufhärten. Alle Jiden sollen sahen zusammen. We should be able to be zoiche to see the Mashiach b'mahayra b'yomeini. Amen.